So some of you guys may be interested in the subject of that they call quantum physics, and we've talked with Anthony Patch about this when he was on the Sunday show, and a bunch of other people have discussed it. The part that's not often discussed is where the implications go when you find out that the experimenter influences the experiment. You know the real world that's around us? You can see it here, right? This is a beautiful part of it, nature. And then there's the experimenter, you. If you consider the world as the experiment, and you as the experimenter, and that the experimenter affects the experiment, that's just a little tiny hint that what you not only physically do, but what you mentally and emotionally carry with you that has an energy that comes out from it subtly all the time, that affects the outside world. And where we're going with the deeper level of Planetary Healing Club that meets once a week live, and I'm there, and it's interactive, and we talk about things that we can't mention on the public channels without getting banned, most likely. The point of that is that we know what the global rulers are planning for the biosphere, and it's destruction. They intend to destroy all of it, not just population reduction. That's a step that they're building toward now, and some people have realized. But the final end game of it is the end of life on this planet. It's a part of a ceremonial sacrifice. I can't say too much on this platform right now publicly. That's what it's about. And the antidote to it is not some new technology that we hope they'll discover in time. The technology is already many decades ahead of what they tell us about. But we're not waiting. They're not, even if there was a magic technology that would counteract the destructive agenda that they're all working on, why would they want to do it? They're intending to destroy all of us, all of this, and they're well on the way. People that say there's no real environmental issues are incorrect or misleading you on purpose. Yeah, there's a lot of hoax in the name of environmentalism that is malicious and wrong, but that doesn't mean it all is. It's a long story. We won't draw it out here. But the point is that when you learn the forgotten laws of nature and you live them, you don't just memorize them, because that's not really good for anything. You have to live it. You have to experience the result. Clean out your body. It's not a special detox product that you have to buy, and you can barely afford it, and then you wonder why it doesn't work. And it's not like that. The detox system is built into you. You can activate it if you learn how. It's been known since the beginning of human life here. It didn't get discovered by some scientist 50 years. It does get discovered over and over again, but it existed since before any of these guys put their name on it. Jesus talked about it a lot and used it, but he didn't discover it. It was built into nature. He just knew all about it and taught about it. It's not in the official scriptures, of course. That would have messed up other agendas, but it was true. So the point is that because you're the experimenter and the world is your experiment, including the other characters in your world, me and all the other people that you interact with, you're the PowerPoint in your universe. But you can't just say, learn some special spell and make it work, right? You have to change your basic consciousness, and that can't be faked. You can't start trying to act real spiritual or something, whatever you think that looks like, and it doesn't work. Some people may believe you, but it doesn't work. You have to actually internally become self-aware to a deeper and deeper level. And when you do, now you get access to consciously changing the experiment, which means everything happening around you. And my suggestion is that we try to get a number of us to that point so that this energy that's flowing through us already does so without barriers. And it starts to heal this place, because that's the nature of the primary energy that's keeping us alive. It's just running into barrier after barrier after barrier in each of us, mental, emotional, conceptual, programming wise. Physically, we put all this poison into our body and everything. That messes up the natural flow. And if all of that physically and on the other levels gets cleaned out, then you won't have to fake anything. It's just going to flow through you like this giant river of healing. And that's what I'm suggesting that we might want to do. So that's why we meet in Planetary Healing Club every week, live, interactive, and we get to talk freely without the censorship issues. There's an access point to that club at planetaryhealingclub.com. There are small dues which all go to the nonprofit whose goal is to build a school if we get enough money into it. That's going to be unlike anything I know of on this planet at the moment. And I do a few one-on-one sessions for people that really need it and want to totally transform their lives and feel like they want focused, personalized, private attention. If you're interested in that, and you're willing to really do the work, you can let me know and I'll tell you details about it. Richard@lostartsradio.com, and I'll respond. But otherwise, these meetings, if you're really ready to start doing something with yourself, which is geared to making you powerful enough to have a hand in really healing this place, not debating with people about what's wrong and what's right and what governments should do and all that kind of stuff. Governments are working for higher powers that are involved in this agenda of destruction, and there's no need to wait for them to all reform. If you reform yourself internally, not in what you memorize, then the act of doing that is going to reach people in places that you didn't even think you could ever affect without saying a word. It's real. So I know most people who hear this might think, oh, this crazy guy, what's he talking about? And some new cult or belief or religion or something. It's nothing like that. And for the rare people that have an idea what I'm talking about and want to take part, you're invited. planetaryhealingclub.com, or if you're one of the few that needs personalized, focused attention, in a private session, then ask me more detail about that, richard@lostartsradio.com. Otherwise, I'll keep putting as much, like on this aging series that we've been doing and other subjects, on the free videos that are during the week for as long as we can stay on the major platforms. There's another platform that's recently started up called Brighteon.com, Brighteon, like bright age, I guess that's the meaning of it, .com. Our channel is brighteon.com/channel/LostArtsRadio. And watch us there if you can. That platform needs to be used more. It helps it grow. And stay in touch with us at lostartsradio.com. Get on the mailing list in case we do get kicked off the major platforms. We can at least stay in touch through that. We're not using that list for anything now, but we will use it if we need to, and we don't have access to some of the major video channels, which could happen if our dear government doesn't do anything to stop the censorship. Then that could be the situation. Anyway, the idea of the club and the private sessions is fix your health first, learn the forgotten laws of nature that are not taught by the medical industry or the government agencies that are supposed to be all taking care of health and everything. They're still the laws of nature that are not taught anymore. They still work. Clean out your body, re-nourish it, rebuild it, and start doing the internal work at the same time. That if you pursue it all the way, or farther and farther, it's going to let you have a hand in healing the world, and I really think that would be a good idea. to start like right away. Things are fairly urgent. So hopefully you'll help with that. And I appreciate you very much. Nice to talk to you again, and see you shortly.